What's going on, guys? Today I want to make a very quick coaching video for a very specific person that's trying to make a body transformation. Really important. I know we talk a lot about people that want to learn a skill and people that have specific desires in performing at a top level, but today I want to talk about the people out there that want to make a body transition and transform their body, build a physique that they really want, and it's been years in the making. So this video is going to be a training specifically for anybody that feels like they don't have time to spend all the time in the world in the gym. They don't have time to do tons of meal prep. They feel like they've tried a lot in the past and they've had some results, right? They felt good, looked good at a certain point, but then those results dwindled and they went back to where they started. And it's for anybody that feels like they're ready to crush and make a change now and they don't want to struggle through that process for the rest of their lives. If you felt like you don't want to have to struggle through workouts, or you're going to have to hire an in-person trainer to get you through each workout session from now until the day that you die, and you think like, how in the world am I going to be able to do that for the rest of my life? Yes, I'm going to go over exactly what this is going to mean for you. So the first thing that we have to start off with, and this is what I've identified in my life so frequently as an athlete, we have to know our goal in extreme detail. And people say that pretty often, but when I say extreme detail, I'm talking about you need to be able to write in detail, very, very, very specific detail, exactly what your goal is. Exactly. To the pound, talking time frame, in detail. Then we need to go really deep into understanding the why of why that goal is so important. I promise you, if you don't understand the why of your goal, you're never going to reach it. It's a fact. Everybody thinks that it comes back to personal motivation, right? That self-drive, but it really doesn't. The people that are the most driven, the most successful people in this world are the people that deeply understand their why. And every single time they feel resistance, or every single time they feel like they don't want to do something, their why shows up and gets them to move past that point. That's how it's always been for me in my life. When I didn't understand my why, and that why wasn't feeding that goal, I could always get off path. But every single time I felt resistance and my why was so prominent in my life, it was like, boom, got it, right? I was in the gymnastics gym. It was hour number 5 on a Thursday. Felt like I couldn't move. The competition was coming up, and I was like, you know what? I want to call it quits, and I want to leave the gym today. But understanding my why, and instantly it popped up, but wait, you want to be one of the best athletes in the world. Boom, right back on track. And understanding that why and having it pop up really frequently is super important for self-motivation. So knowing your goal in detail and really understanding that why. The third piece of this is identifying your biggest weaknesses and finding out how you can outsource those weaknesses. Yes, we know that there's a lot of pieces that make us have a great body or help us reach our goals. Some of those pieces are a lot harder for some of us than others. For me, for an example, in my life, I know there's certain things that I really don't enjoy doing, so we have to outsource those things. So for an example, if you're somebody that likes to prepare meals, okay, that's something that you love to do, but you don't like to have long travel time to the gym, you need to find a gym closer to you. You need to find a resource that's easier for you to get into the gym every single day or the days that you're training. Vice versa, if you hate meal prep, you have to look for a good, cheap, reliable meal prep service and drop meals off at your work or your house every single day. That'll be the third piece. The fourth piece of this is hiring a coach to organize this process for you. I've hired coaches in my life. Coaches have always been in my life from age 7 to the end of my career at 28 years old in gymnastics. And it wasn't always the fact that the coaches knew something that I didn't know. It was the fact that those coaches could organize that information for me and help me put that information in steps so I can streamline a linear process of going from A to B. And that's where this gets really important. Streamline that process, because a lot of times we don't reach our goals because we have all this information floating around in our head. And we don't know how to piece that information together to actually get results from those goals. The very last piece of this that's extremely important, very prevalent in my life as well, we need support. We need support for that motivation. And that support is either going to come from an individual, like a coach, or it's going to come from a community of people that are going through the same struggles that you're going through, that want the same goals that you want. Those are 5 tips. If you can take those 5 pieces of information, put them together and put them to work, I promise you, you will be in a different place in as quickly as 1 week after trying that. Hopefully that was really helpful for you. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and check out the next video.